Good morning, Speaker Pelosi. It's Willie Geist. Good to see you on
Hi,
the show
Willie.
this morning. There were protests last night in your district in San Francisco, largely peaceful protests,
Yes.
as we've heard again this morning and from activists and protesters over the last 9 days. These protests across the country, from San Francisco to where you are now in Washington, are, yes, about the death of George Floyd, but also about so much more and everything that underlies the death of George Floyd. So I'm curious, Madam Speaker, what you hear in the voices of those protesters. What are they saying to your ear?
Well, first of all, it's heartwarming to see so many people turn out peacefully. And again, the inflection point, this pivotal point, this moment where people see real opportunity. People turn out when they have hope that their presence can make a difference and that their voices will be heard. And what we hear, to your question, is a real opportunity for change, for people to understand that there's certain fundamentals that have to happen in terms of respect and dignity of it all. I had the privilege of going to Ghana last summer, which was the 400th anniversary of first slaves coming to America. I participated under leadership of Karen Bass, the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, and it was so stunning. I'd been there before, but on the 400th anniversary, fraught with meaning in terms of what that meant to the United States, that these people kidnapped, put in the dungeons of the horrible conditions, if they survive that on a death ship to come to the United States, if they survive that, to be sold into slavery for a couple of 100 years, all of that injustice piling up. And then, of course, everything that happened after that, Jim Crow and the rest. So we have some opportunity now. I see every crisis, every challenge as an opportunity now to redress some of those grievances. And what's interesting about those crowds is they're largely white. I think well, in my district, we have such beautiful diversity. Every gathering is beautifully diverse. But across the country, it's bringing people together, community with unity. And hopefully that gives us a stronger chance in the United States Senate to get some of this legislation passed and sent on to the president, and to do so in not in an accusatorial way and not in an unforgiving way, but in a reaching out, because people out there, they really want people to come together. That's what I hear them saying. In addition to wanting change, they want it to happen in a way that unifies, not divides America.
Do you have concerns, Speaker Pelosi? You were mentioning before the coronavirus, which is very much still with us. Obviously, it's been overshadowed to some extent over the last 9 days in the wake of the death of George Floyd and everything that's come since then. Are you concerned about these large gatherings of people not wearing masks and what impact that may have on the public health?
Yes, I am. I am indeed concerned about that because it is true that wearing a mask and social distancing are very important to stopping the spread. It's frightening, actually. That's why we're hoping that very soon we can have the Senate take up the HEROES bill, which very much addresses the disparity in the deaths resulting from the coronavirus among people of color, and that, again, the social distancing has a purpose, and the masking wearing masks has a purpose. And when people ignore that, if we can bring terrible things home to our children or to our seniors who may be living with us, being one myself, but it is it's very dangerous. But again, people are always optimistic and hopeful that it's not an invincible, that something's not going to happen to them. But I am very, very concerned. In a couple of weeks, we'll see, sadly, hopefully not, but sadly that, of course, there would be an increased number. All the more reason for us to pass the legislation. We don't have a vaccine right now. We don't even have a cure that is available to so many people. But we do have what has worked in other countries. testing, tracing, treatment, and social distancing. And that makes a tremendous difference. And as people go out there, I hope that they know that they're taking a risk as well as bringing home. But there's been some good social distancing among some of the crowds. And on TV, they all look like they're very close together. I think some of them are probably practicing social distancing. Let us hope so.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.